Oh, that's the old one. That's my fault.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Discover TV. That's my new voice.
Soft-spoken, adult-orientated rock station version now, are we?
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well indeed. How are you?
Welcome to Monday in South Africa. This show is going to be very, very interesting. I have to tell you why, first of all. South Africa has just entered into what we call level 3 of lockdown. Now, to explain this to you, Martin, because guys, for those guys who are watching, Martin's in London, I'm in Johannesburg. South Africa has been under an alcohol lockdown since the beginning of lockdown, which means the only alcohol you can get is illegal. So, therefore, no alcohol available except for non-alcoholic beers, which everybody knows I do like my non-alcoholic beers. But today, our bottle store's opened.
So what's the first thing you did, Julian?
And I'm going to celebrate this, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for the boys because our first boy is up. I have a tequila.
I was going to say, let's clarify, that is definitely not non-alcoholic lager.
That is definitely non-alcoholic. So, yeah, we're celebrating today, and South Africa is enjoying our first alcohol day. Yay!
Fantastic.
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a fun evening, and everybody that we're having on the show today from South Africa, I'm sure are really excited to be able to actually have a drink for the first time in a long time.
Enjoy it all, guys.
How's
Enjoy
London, Martin?
Well,
how's London?
You were telling me, you're all wrapped up super warm there.
I have scarves,
cold
I have
in
neck,
South Africa.
It's freezing.
It is
freezing.
Gorgeous here. Again, I mean, I don't know that I've ever had such a long period of amazing weather in the UK. It's just, I mean, crystal blue skies, no pollution, no clouds, just the sun.
What a beautiful
degrees
day.
Today. Yeah, it's been
what a
it's
beautiful,
been
beautiful day.
So I mean, I'm looking slightly red actually. I just realised. I think I've had a bit.
I'm just looking
today.
slightly cold. Welcome to everybody around the world on Discover TV World and everybody everywhere else. Fame.org, evening, gents. Fame.org has to say. He always follows us. Great supporter of our shows. Dennis, welcome, and welcome to everybody around the world.
Dennis
have got
a fantastic name, by Dennis Bops.
Dennis Bops. It is a great name, isn't it?
If you are not an artist, then why not? I mean, you must be.
Dennis, are you an artist? If you're an artist, please send us your songs so we can play them on Discover TV. Well, we have got a lineup of note today, and we have got so many guys lined up in the back, in what we call in the back room of our studio today, that I think we should just kick it straight off. And I'm really excited because we've got the most fun guys, one of my favorite bands in South Africa, and just the coolest cats around. And they're all on. So it's not just the two guys you met earlier, Martin, but we got the whole band. And let's welcome Simple Stories. No.
What's up?
So, no, the one guy we're going to have to get rid of now because he's wearing the wrong shirt. Look, bang. See what I
can... too much power.
I have the power.
It's wielding too much
I have
power.
the power. No, that just did my head.
I did that on purpose.
I know you did. I know you did it on purpose. As you can see, Martin, there's big rivalry here when it comes to football in this country.
Yeah.
And
hold on.
I know we got Graham Watkins in the back, who's also waiting, and he's an Arsenal supporter.
Hold on.
Graham, nod your head if I'm right. It is Arsenal. Hey, Graham. It's Arsenal. Yeah.
Oh. We still outnumber you guys. I was talking to the guys earlier on. We still outnumber you 3-2. So you're outnumbered.
This is a music show, guys. Come back. This is a music show. This is not a football show.
Them so much.
There's a voice.
Welcome to Discover TV. If anybody has failed to understand, this is a music show, but us musicians love our football. So, guys, I'm just going to celebrate because this is day 1 of lockdown. Level 3 in South Africa, which means we can actually have a drink. So, Martin, join us. I know you've got a drink there, Martin. Come on. Everybody in the back office as well. Everybody in the studio, just lift a drink and let's celebrate level 3. Anybody watching? Here's to level 3 in South Africa.
Yes, to level 3.
I got off screen, women.
Oh, God, tequila. Why did I do this to myself? And most people that know me, I don't actually drink, except for tequila.
Tequila.
Tequila and non-alcoholic Heineken.
What a choice to make. If you're not going to drink anything.
What a man. What a man.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Okay, guys, I'm excited. Let's get into the music because that's what we actually hear
Awesome.
about. Not football.
Yes.
And we're going to get the guys' track up on screen just shortly. But Meet Simple Stories, Martin. One of the coolest young
we are.
bands. And which one of you guys are just going to give us a quick overview of who Simple Stories is and tell us about the new track?
The two
Simple
guys,
Stories.
just unmute yourselves. We can't hear you.
Are they muted? No, can you hear
can
everybody?
we mute?
So, yeah.
No,
Oh,
I've got
cool.
everybody. So don't worry. Talk. Somebody
right.
give me the story.
Okay, so we are Simple Stories all the way from a little farm in South Africa called Bloemfontein. And we have defied the odds and made it into the good books of people like Julian and Martin over here. And we just love making music. And the new track is called Ntabi. It's what do you call it? What's the full name for Ntabi? Ntabi Sing.
Saying, yeah.
So
Okay,
that's
for people outside of South Africa, explain what that means.
Ntabi Sing is in the southern Sesotho language, which means blijdskap. What's blijdskap in English? Joy.
Yes.
Joy. We
Yes.
just speak
Joy.
a million languages here.
Joy.
So it means joy, and it's an older lady that one of the members in the band fell in love with. And we realized that she's only here for things that older men can't give and that the young men are really good at giving. And this is a letter to her parents saying that, come on, just love this guy. He's a good guy. He's not only here for one thing, which, I don't want to mention. I think we all know what it is that the younger men are so good at these days.
What are you trying to say about us old guys?
I don't know. I'm not old yet, so I'll find out when I'm of age what the problem actually is.
Yeah.
There's no problem here, gentlemen. There's no problem. Right. Cool. Brand new
Yeah,
single
that's-
out, came out on Friday. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Very, very excited about this. Guys, let's take a listen because we really, really are loving this track. So let's get it right from the
Awesome.
beginning and let's play some music.
Here we go.
One Saturday morning, sitting down, I realized, oh, and Tabby isn't mine. She was never meant to be mine. Sugar, 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 my oh, and Tabby isn't mine. Melintate, aquele bué, aquele bué, aquele bué Lintabi, aquele bué. Strong, warm, everything tastes good. And when you shake, 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 know I'm in the mood. Oh, and Tabby isn't mine. Melintate, aquele bué, aquele bué, aquele bué Lintabi, aquele
Loving it. Simple Stories all the way from Bloemfontein in South Africa. Yeah. Loving it, guys. absolutely loving the vibes. We played 2 minutes of the track because we've got so many songs to get through tonight. But what we do is we post the link to the video or to the track on Spotify or wherever in our story as we're going along. Simple Stories.
Awesome.
So, guys, new single. When can we expect this album? It's been a long time coming.
We're going to be releasing
been a while.
a lot of singles
Yeah.
to the build-up. We're going to be also releasing a little short project that we're
Cool.
going to be calling #StayAtHome. And then, it's just going to be single until there's a lot of traction. And then we're going to hit everybody hard with the album. That's going to be just crazy.
Good.
And I hope we're going to be having the big album launch at Rockets in Joburg.
Oh, no.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
100%.
Everywhere.
No doubt.
100%.
No
100%.
doubt.
Can I come?
Well, guys, thanks so much. Martin, you're going to have to come. You're going to have to come visit us in South Africa.
Please.
Who's the vocalist on the track?
All three of them.
Yeah.
So three together. Okay. Awesome.
So the guys, the man singing the main vocal on the track is CJ.
Fly us up to England.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the two of us we back him up with the harmonies. Yeah. So but all three of us we do all sing.
Yeah.
So in general, all three of us are the
Sounds awesome.
vocalists.
Sounds amazing. And yes, we will get
Thank
you over
you.
to England. As soon as we can get people over here, we'll definitely do
Please,
that.
that would be
I
great.
didn't miss that. Didn't miss
Yeah,
that.
definitely. We need to get that. I mean, that's the kind of sound that's really starting to take off globally right now. I mean, it's great harmonies. It's kind of like, you look back at music and it's like what the Beatles were doing in the 60s. Beautiful harmonies,
Yeah.
great songs. I mean, isn't that what music's about? You should be loving life, enjoying
It's about
enjoying
joy,
women.
right?
and joy and women.
Exactly.
Music is about joy.
Utabi saying.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You've learned some new words today, Martin.
100%.
Joanne says nice suede
suede
poster,
poster.
Martin. Yeah.
Great, we love it.
I didn't do my green screen today, Martin.
I've only had a white screen before. I thought
Yeah, I
a
know.
white wall was getting a bit boring. I needed to change it up a little bit.
Well, guys, just remind everybody where they can find Simple Stories on social media because we got lots of guys lined up. So we want to say thank you for joining us. Just remind guys.
All right. So we are Simple Stories all the way from Bloemfontein. You can find us on Instagram at Simple Stories Band. You can find us on Facebook, Simple Stories Band, and you can find us on Twitter at Simple Stories ZA. And you can find all our music on Spotify, Google Play, Deezer, Apple Music. Just type in Simple Stories and Tabi. You'll find it right there. Thank you so much for having us on the show, man.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having
Fantastic.
my first tequila of the new
Nice one,
lockdown with
boys.
me.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Julian.
Thanks, guys. Remember, go and check them out. We've got Yvonne listening all the way from Ipswich in the UK. So, yeah, we're spreading the love and the music across the world on Discover
Thanks,
TV.
Juju.
Thanks, guys.
Martin.
We'll catch up with you later.
Awesome.
Do you guys-
Cool. Simple Stories. So what do you think, Martin?
Well, I think
New sound?
I mean, a couple of Chelsea fans there, so you can't go wrong, can you?
I actually lived in Chelsea for a while. Gotta love it, though. I mean, great band, and I really like the sound. And it's a kind of a sound that it just spreads great love and joy, as the song says. And,
Good. Well, it's exactly as you said. And any music like that, it's always it gets you moving, doesn't it? Immediately, you're like,
it does.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna start
And that's
doing
why I
this.
thought it was a great way to start off the show, because it's just happy music, and happy music is great music, as we say. So, guys, thanks so much for joining us, Simple Stories, and let's get on, because we've got another South African. Before we head to, we got Max Palmer, we got Power of Thought, we've got we've got John
Sam-
Battersby,
Sam
we
Gifford,
have Sam
we've got
Gifford,
Holly
we've
Findlay.
got Annie Dresner,
Annie
we've
Dresner,
got
yeah, coming on later on.
we
yeah.
got Mona Hart. We got a track from Mona Hart all the way from Hanoi, from our Discover TV Hanoi boys from Kobus. So we've got Wonderboom, one of my favorite South African rock bands. So we have got a lineup of note. Let's get Graham straight on, Mr. Watkins.
Hey, Graham.
Hey guys,
I like. Is that deliberate non-label exposure as well? Is that what's going on there? Is that
it was a bit. I'm actually, you know what? I'm hiding the fact that
Non-branding.
it's a light. I'm actually hiding the
Well,
fact it should be a
no,
solid
listen.
tequila.
Mine's zero.
Yeah.
It's yours zero.
Mine are zeros. I don't drink beer.
I'm actually so.
I only drink non-alcoholic beers. The only alcohol I drink, Graham, is tequila.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I'm only drinking it because we're allowed to now.
Yeah.
I'm more of a whiskey guy. But if I drank whiskey now, I would have been drunk twice today already.
Yeah, because as I said to Martin earlier, he must understand we've not had any alcohol, so South Africans are celebrating today more than ever.
Yeah. It's like,
I like
it's almost
the
like
concept.
it's almost like our Independence Day has been granted. It's so weird.
Yeah, I love it. I like the idea of it, like that phrase that you used. I want to embed that in my mind as like, if I'd started drinking whiskey, I'd have been drunk twice already today. I like that. That is a great concept.
Oh no, it's going to be a fun show today, and I think it's just going to go on and on and on. So, welcome to everybody around the world. This is Discover TV New Music
Cheers.
Mondays with myself, Julian, Martin, and our special guest, Graham Watkins.
Hey, Graham.
And I'm excited about this, Graham, because it's been a while, and I've known Graham since pretty much when he started in this industry.
Yeah, talking about 11 years ago now, I think. They're
Wow.
about. Yeah.
Graham
you
was
believe
also
it,
in one of those competitions. You know those ones, Martin?
I believe there are competitions. Yes. I've
Yeah,
heard
those
of.
competitions.
Yes. Yeah.
Mine was a while ago, though. I'm talking
Yeah,
a
yours
good couple
was.
of years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
I mean,
yours
but
was.
also usually populated by extremely talented singers, though. I think we have.
Oh,
to say.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Generally, yeah. Generally. Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time.
Most of the time.
No,
most
I
of the time.
think we can all think of the exceptions.
Yeah.
Graham, let's chat sober, which
Yeah.
is what none of us are going to be after tonight
None
in
of
South
us.
Africa.
Right.
This is probably the wrong song to start off level 3 with, her.
We should have called it a hangover, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the brand new track, Graham, because I'm really
Yeah,
excited
so-
about this, because this is not the Graham Watkins project. For those guys that do know Graham out there, this is just Graham Watkins.
Yeah, so I sort of about 2 years ago started on a body of work in complete secret, actually. Just sort of I actually labeled the folder out of my system and just kind of put little things that were just getting released from my creative places. And one day woke up and sort of gave the folder over to my manager and said, "Let me know what you think." I got a phone call probably half an hour later, just going, "I don't think you realize what you've done here." And I was like, "Well, what have I done?" So they're like, "Trust me, get it to studio now." So the rollout is basically now it's going to be a new solo journey. The project's still there. The Graham Watkins project's still a band, but Graham Watkins is going to move ahead as well and just kind of go and explore his own little journey, which I'm terribly excited about, and I'm absolutely at the same time rather frightened about. But I'm excited, more excited than frightened.
Martin and I had a listen to the track earlier. Martin, I'd love to know your thoughts on the track, because it's so infectious.
Well,
If that's the right word.
I said straight away, I love that kind of dance influence stuff, that kind of crossover of almost sort of rock and dance, the sort of EDM thing. I think it's it's a great sound anyway, but it's also very popular right now as well. It's a very contemporary sound as well.
I mean,
right now.
And Julian knows we both share a massive love for the 80s. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, Spandau Ballet, Aha,
Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. To name but a few. I mean, hugely influenced me and has done for many years. So there's definitely a huge 80s sound that consistently arrives, whether it be a guitar line, whether it be an approach on a bass or on a snare, even just a snare sound. I mean, in this one, I've taken a full-on snare 80s kit. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I couldn't have gotten more 80s if I tried, So I definitely love that's a thing. And the 80s was about dance. It was the discovery of the electronica sound, And that's kind of where I went with this. So yeah, you're 100%. You're on the nail on the head, Martin.
Well, I think it's Daniel Barron. Is that the Daniel Barron? That's
Daniel.
Graham's new. Daniel, how's it, mate? Daniel actually was. I had Daniel, I think, on Balcony TV back in the day. Also, phenomenally talented young man. We should get Daniel.
Amazing
on the show sometime.
songwriter. Yeah.
Amazing songwriter. But let's just chat sober.
Thanks,
So
I
the
was gonna say,
influences
thanks for
by this.
commenting as well. Like Daniel,
Yeah.
thank you for commenting. Anyone else watching, do stick us a comment. Tell us what you think.
Yes, please. Please tell us what you think of this music, because we're sharing this across the world. So just tell us a little bit about Sober. Why the track?
Yeah, so Sober is kind of, I took a situation that happened in my life and kind of adapted it to a situation where it's like somebody struggling with addiction, but the other person struggling with the fact that they love that person with the addiction. I kind of had a scenario like that in my life, not as literal as this. So I kind of took that and superimposed that emotion and kind of wrote the idea of call me when you're sober. You know, when you start thinking straight, then let's have a proper chat about this, you know. And this is
So
kind
everybody's
of
going to be calling you tomorrow. Everybody's going to be calling you tomorrow. Well, let's take a listen. This is Sober by Graham Watkins. Everybody, please let us know your thoughts on the track. Brand new music here on New Music Mondays on Discover TV.
Cheers.
I've been going crazy, yeah. And even though I wanna talk to you, you don't wanna hear me. But I know you can't stop. No, you can't stop. Even though you're lying there alone in your underwear, you can't stop. Even though I give you my life. Craving, yeah. And even though you won't admit the truth, I think you need saving. You can't stop, no, you can't stop. Even though you're lying, crying through those lonely nights, I know you can't stop. Even though I give you my life.
Graham Watkins on Discover TV with Sober. I should be a radio DJ, shouldn't I?
Definitely backing up.
Wow. Okay, I love that. I just want to party.
Yeah, man. I just want to shout out to Chart van der Walt and Reino Zili who mixed this track. I'm listening to it on a cell phone, man, and I'm just like, it actually sounds so killer on just the cell phone. Credit where credit's due. The mix is superb.
Oh yeah.
And you know that kind of that saxophone in the bridge?
Yep.
It's actually my voice going. And
oh wow.
And we just put overdrive on it and loads of reverb, and it sounded like an 80s sax. And I was just like, yeah, they made it sound so good. Credit where credit's due.
That song for me is a number one. And that's just my personal opinion, but that is one of the coolest tracks I've heard so far this year. It is just so funky. It's so vibey. Martin, we need to get that track into the UK because the UK needs to hear this.
I am a radio DJ, so I'll be playing it on my show this week, definitely.
Martin, God bless your socks, my friend.
Definitely.
It's good. What we're all about on Discover TV.
It says
please.
It's all about the alcohol tonight as well. It says good jam with my margarita, says Tracy. I've seen on the comments. I'm definitely feeling like I've made a mistake. I've got to figure this out now for the rest of the show. Otherwise, I'm going to get left behind. Seriously.
Martin, you're going to have to go get a drink. I'm afraid you're going to have to go get a drink. But Graham, thank you so much.
That's a great track, Graham. Great track.
Absolutely great track. So remember, guys, we will be posting links to all the songs that we play tonight, and I'm just quickly taping it. I've had 1 tequila, 2 tequilas, and I'm taping it already. I shouldn't be drinking, and I was going to say driving.
Yes,
but I'm driving.
Yes,
I am driving.
Driving the desk.
I am driving. I'm driving the desk. So there it is. I've posted the link to the track. Graham, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Jules, Martin, keep well, my boys. Thanks. Keep up the good work, okay? Lovely.
Loving the track. Thank you so much.
Cheers, boys.
Wow. What a start to the show. I'm so excited. And it just keeps going and gets better and better and better. Not that anybody was any worse beforehand, but it's just what a show we have got. And I've got to find this one.
Going. That's what you meant.
Yeah, let's just keep the momentum going, because that's what it's all about here. And I'm just getting the next artist lined up, because I'm excited about this one. You sent this to me today. This one wasn't even planned, was it?
Well, it kind of hit slightly unannounced on Friday, and I was like, shit, that's come up. Fantastic.
Let's get him on screen. Max. There's Max. Hello, Max.
Hello, gents.
The coolest guy in
Can you hear
England
me?
today.
Oh, we can. How you doing, Max?
I'm good, thank you. I can't hear Julian at the moment.
Can't you?
My connection.
It might be. Do you want to come out and just go out and come back in quickly? Just to see. Maybe it's just because we had so many people in the back. So maybe just quickly jump out. We'll just chat about the track and get you ready. So jump out and come back in, Max.
2 seconds.
Okay, so let's get Max to go out and come back in. So I'm going to kick him from the studio and just get him back in. It sounds horrible, but it says kick from studio. So that's kind of what I have to do. But I'm really excited about that track. We've got so many guys lined up, guys. This is an incredible show. Sure, I need to take a breath just for a second.
I was going to say, slow down, man.
I know, but I'm having such fun, because it's just such good music, and we've got such great artists lined up. And I mean, I can see in the back, we've got Power of Thought, we've got John Battersby, we've got Billius, we've got Sam Gifford, we've got people from all over the world that are joining us to celebrate great music and just what Discover TV is all about. Just quickly, while we have a 2-minute break, because I just need to catch my breath for a second, let's remind artists how they can submit songs. So Martin, maybe you just want to kick this off.
Well, a simple way to get in touch with us is through the submission at Discover TV. You can always direct message us. We're not at the stage where we're dismissing anything, so it's not hard. Is the main thing I want to say to you. Drop us a line, get in touch, because we want to hear from you right now. It may come a time where we'll have to get more sophisticated than that, but right now, drop us a message. You can get in touch with us on any of the social media pages, basically, and say, like, I want to get involved, and we'll let you know how best to get involved. That's probably the easiest, quickest way. If you want to get more sophisticated than that, you can find me at Martin at creamroomrecordings.com.
I'm Julian at discover.tv. I'd just like to give a big shout out to all our partners, which is Cream Room Recordings. We've got Pocket TV. We got Icons in Johannesburg. We've got Wild and Mar, our show sponsors. To Contact Music, to everybody that's supporting this and being part of New Music Mondays. I think we've started something here, Martin, because the quality, this is our 3rd show. Yeah. And man, the quality of artists we're getting in has just been phenomenal. I mean, I can't think of a song that I've gone like, yeah, it's okay. We put it on because we didn't have much else. Every single song we've had so far on the show, and all those coming up, are bangers, including this young man who's back on screen. Max, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I can
hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, I'll tell you what that was. That was these bleeding AirPods not working. That's for you.
Bloody AirPods.
That's why we've got cabled. We got cabled headphones.
Yeah, you've got the professional.
We old school.
Just to let you know, my bassist is in the waiting room as well. I think his name
let's get him. There we go.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, mate.
Can you hear me?
Awesome.
Yeah, we got you. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, but loud and clear.
This is
awesome.
This is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing.
So, just for everybody that's watching the show, Max Palmer, you were also part of our home concerts, and I still say you had the coolest home concert of them all. On your little couch in the garden, it was absolutely brilliant. Tell everybody, who is Max Palmer?
So Max Palmer is me, effectively, because that is my name, Max Palmer. And I've got a terrific band with me. I've got Will, who's on my left, but in the video it could be on my right or below me. So he's down there.
Nice, there. There he
he's
is.
terrific. And then there's Brad on the drums, and he's terrific as well. And I would say it's very wild to watch, and it gets you up and going. Will, have you got anything to add, mate?
I'd say it's even wilder to partake in, let alone wild to watch.
I want to see you guys live. Max, I mean, the videos I've seen already, I mean, I need to come to the UK and check you guys out live. Or you need to come to South Africa.
Yeah.
Let's sort that out. Julian,
Or
you
like
definitely do need to see these guys live. When I was last year, when I was asking around other artists around that I was speaking to, and who do you recommend? Who should I be checking out? And the name that kept coming up was Max Palmer. And I went to see them. I saw them a couple of times live last year, and it just, I mean, it'll blow you away, man. Blow you away. It's awesome.
Well, we've got a brand new video, don't we?
No.
A brand new video. I mean, this is literally hot off the press.
It is indeed.
The video, what, the other day?
Yeah. And this is a brand new single. That brand new single just come out Friday, right, Max?
It's indeed. There he is.
Right.
Mac, there it is. Max?
The Shave Show just came out Friday.
Ah, okay. Well, let's check it out because I'm really excited. This song, Max, do you want to introduce the track for us?
No.
Max.
Yeah. So this is called. Oh, sorry, the connection's swimming all over the gaff. So this song's called Game Show, and it's our third official single on Spotify. So here we go.
Guys, check it out.
So you wanna say good morning, but the morning's never good. When the world is making wishes, and you wish it wasn't you. No, I don't know, and I don't care if you're looking. It don't save them from the blade. And all the people that I liked here are the ones that never stayed. And when you see anyone will do the same as me, what that place in history, and it feels like this might take forever. Like a monkey, cause you're living in a zoo. And all the people form a line to get a photograph of you. And all the windy helicopter with the Budweiser tattoo. And all the instant admiration, though they paint your green room blue. And they don't know, and they don't care when it's season.
Max Palmer on Discover TV. Game Show. Loving that track.
So, Julie, you see that video there and appreciate that is probably about 20% of the energy that you will see in the band play live. If that looks like
what a
looks
track!
Like you're speaking for the band. Oh no, he's got.
No, Max is back. He went out and I've got him back in.
He's gone outside.
Max, are you still with us?
Ish.
Max?
I think he's
Ish.
experiencing some technical difficulties.
But
we can see him.
When I saw these guys play live last year, Jules, within about, I think it was the first or the second song, there was cymbals were flying off of the drum kit. With just like coming off just because Brad was hitting them so hard. I think Will finished the gig on the floor because his bass strap had come apart. I was just like, well, I'll just kneel.
I love that track.
Just a great live act and great tracks. And
Was that the gig at Westfest in the heat?
That was the one. It was the one at the Hartford House Hotel.
That was
Steve's.
Yeah.
Steve's,
Oh right, yeah.
A lot of things were falling off other things at that gig.
But what was tremendous was it never stopped you for a second. Never stopped you for a second.
Was that the one where I went off for a wee during the quiet number?
Yes.
I remember that.
Where's he gone?
Yeah, the manager didn't like that too much.
Okay, so guys, remember, we also post the link straight to the video here as well, so everybody can go and look at it straight afterwards. So I am posting the link to Game Show.
So guys, just want to say, how are you all doing in this sort of lockdown period? Just want to check in with you. How are you doing?
I've grown a lockdown beard.
Nice one.
Which I've been nursing.
I'm good. I tried to grow a beard, but there's no chance of that happening. So I left that behind.
You could grow a moustache. You've got a bit of shadow.
Yeah.
We all getting the lockdown fever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys have got something to show. Mine just becomes like the weirdo tash. Can't be having that.
That's fine.
We got that greyness.
Yeah, very grey. Very grey.
I've gone ginger in the sun. I've got a big bushy ginger beard.
Nothing
wrong with that. It's a bit dishevelled at the moment.
Nothing wrong with that.
I love this show. This is exactly what music's all about. So cheers to everybody watching all around the world, from Los Angeles to London to Hanoi to Europe to South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Bloemfontein, of course, our friends from Simple Stories. Cheers. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
They were a great band, by the way. I really did enjoy them. Yeah. So, guys, thanks very much. Remember, we've posted the link through to Max Palmer. I was going to say Max Normal. Max Palmer's brand new single, Game Show. Thanks so much for hanging with us today, guys. We got to head straight on. We've got so many great artists lined up today.
Lovely to be here.
Thank you for
joining
very
us.
Much.
Thank you for joining us. And I can't wait to see you guys live. I know it's going to be an incredible experience. We've got to get you to South Africa. We have to. Yeah, I think that's a much better idea. Come over here in the summer. It's killer. You'll love it. Cool. Cheers, guys.
Nice one, chaps.
Okay, sure.
What
a song!
There's such a great buzz about that band. Jill's over here. Such a great buzz.
Is it?
Go a long way. Yeah. I mean, they've only been together about a year. That's their third single. And
wow!
Definitely a one to watch. Definitely.
And we've got so many ones to watch, and I know we've got so many guys lined up, and we're just going to keep rushing into it and just keep going because we've got so many songs to go through, and I'm just getting the next video lined up because that's what I do. I can't have any more tequilas because otherwise I'm going to start getting lost. I'm going to be like, and let me play a song by Power of Thought, and it'll be Sam Gifford's song. And I'm going to be like, no. I got to keep it together. I got to keep it together.
What'll happen is it'll just be Depeche Mode. You'll just start queuing up Depeche Mode. That's what.
You know what? I think no, I can't do that to everybody. They don't want to. No Depeche Mode. But listen, let's just give a big shout out to everybody watching from around the world. We've got Wandila Mbeni, who's one of our, by the way, we've got a brand new show, which we'll chat about a little bit later towards the end of the show. I'll tell everybody about, called the WM Sessions, which is launching. Dale Olivier, Jimmy Matthews, Anita, Brahm, Gerard, Marguerite. We've got Christine. We've got Peter. We've got Tracy. We've got Jonathan, Daniel, Yvonne, Joanne. There's just people from all over the world. So we're just really excited to have everybody joining us on our new show.
Jordan Walker on there as well. Just say hello to Jordan.
Yes.
Jordan, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Hi, Jordan. Welcome. So let's get our next guest on. Again, we're now heading back to South Africa, and I'm really excited about this. Power of Thought. How you doing, bro?
Hello, gents. Great. Thank you. Great.
No,
that's a voice made for radio.
That's a radio, yeah. That's a radio.
That's a voice made for radio. Hello,
and the face too, right?
And the face. So do you want to just take over the show? We're going to let you introduce the rest of the artists because you've just got that voice.
Great. Just send me my check.
Excellent,
I accept PayPal.
Power of Thought.
You get paid exactly the same amount as we do, mate.
Which is zero, solch, nada.
I'd take that.
In non-alcoholic beers.
Well, you get to meet some really great musicians, and that to me is some valuable currency. Shout out to all the artists you've had on so far, by the way. There's some really, really great songs.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, some great music. And you're another one. And you've been on, was it on Balcony or were you on Discover? I can't even remember. Was it Balcony still?
It was Balcony, yes. It was Balcony with Michael
Landlords.
Claxton Harrison.
That's
right. That's right.
it. And the reason why I say he can take over from you, because this man is a phenomenal lyricist, I think is probably the right word. And I remember the first time hearing you sitting there like going, wow, great songs, great tracks. And just tell us about
Thank you.
Becky Chet. Now, Martin, you won't understand the relevance of this song. So I'm going to let Power of Thought explain this to us, this song, because when I heard it, I was like, this song just has to be. And thanks again to Joanne for sending us the track, because I just absolutely love this track. Explain, because I'm going to put the picture on screen, because I think that says it says it all as well. So tell us about this track,
Joanne, man. Well, I really wanted to have fun with this track. I've had this label as a political rapper, a really deep, preachy rapper, if you will, for quite some time, that I've been trying to shake a little bit. And I decided that with Becky Tlele, I would take a different approach in trying to spread some awareness about the issues that I'm addressing in the song. Becky Tlele is the police commissioner of South Africa. At one point, he was the disgraced police commissioner who was kicked out of Parliament. He then returned. They brought him back, and that was when I wrote Becky Tlele. So, in all honesty, the song was written before the lockdown. But
okay, and he's more relevant now than ever.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that just waiting those few months really paid off, actually, because the relevance is extremely high right now, and I think people really need some sort of comedic relief really badly in South Africa. We've been facing some of the most draconian lockdown measures on the planet, and it's been really hard to justify, I think, for the government what they've subjected us to. And I really had to have some fun with the song. I decided, I'm a rapper and I'm a wordsmith, yes, but I'm first and foremost a musician. And I played in a band for many years, and I started performing with a live looping setup, and that's basically how I wrote the song. So I performed all of the instruments. I'd play the bass and the guitar and everything. So I really had some fun with it musically as well as lyrically. I hope you guys enjoy it.
Well, let's take a listen. Power of Thought, Becky Tlele.
Cheers.
I'm back like Becky Tlele. Becky Tlele. Becky Tlele. I'm back like Becky Tlele. Becky Tlele. Becky Tlele. Before I was back in the scene, all of these rappers were having it easy. And now that I'm back, you can certainly count on the fact that no cat can defeat me. Smashing the beat, I'm packing some heat in these bars and I package it neatly. You'll have to retreat once I give word to the street like I'm tagging graffiti. What happened to rappers with schemes? The game's looking like it's Attack of the Fiends. Actors and queens that can't handle, they lean while my team keep it lit like that African green. I'm known for smoking mad sativa. When I roll a blunt, I use a whole bag of reefer. If you talk with me, you would have a seizure and forget your own name like you had amnesia. I'm back like Becky Tlele. Becky Tlele. Becky Tlele. I'm back like Becky Tlele. Becky Tlele. Becky Tlele. I'm back in this bitch with a vengeance. Styles I could flip on this rhythm is endless. Taking the piss when I'm making the shit, but the fans give me that when I spit every sentence. Haters get jealous, they just pretenders. They mumble their words so their lyrics are senseless. My shit is real, I've been in the trenches, so I'm in the field while you're sit on the benches. If you're still hustling to get clout, then you gotta learn to keep your stomach in and chest out. Better get loud, always hold your head proud. Remember that you're never too old to get down. And no, I don't need a pack of semi, all I need is one shot and I'll cap an MC. Hope you cats are ready, cause I'm back like Becky, about to raise from the grave just like Machiavelli. I'm back
back like Becky Clearly. Becky Clearly. Becky Clearly. I'm back like Becky Clearly. Becky Clearly. Becky Clearly.
Loving it. Power of Thought on Discover TV. Back like Becky Clearly. What a cool track,
Respect,
man.
dude.
It's just,
Respect.
it still has a very important message to it, but it also is just, you know, we need to laugh at our situation to a large degree that we're having in South Africa, because if you don't laugh and you don't embrace it, it's just going to destroy you, I suppose, is a way of looking at it.
I think as well.
It'll drive you crazy.
Obviously, I don't know much about the political background to you know, not being from South Africa. So I was just thinking to myself here as well. What's important is what you've got is a great track, a great groove. So you've got that. So if you want, you know, if you want to get a message across, the best way to do it is get people engaged. So they're not kind of having to, you know, work. I don't mean this in the wrong way, but you know, so they're not having to work quite too hard and kind of go, well, I love the track, and then your message can kind of get absorbed a little bit easier as well. It's a great job, man. Great job.
Great.
Brilliant track.
Thank you
I
so much.
absolutely love it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Thanks so much
that,
for hanging
guys.
with
Thanks
us.
so
Just
much.
quickly remind people how
Thanks.
they can find out more information about you.
You can follow me on Instagram at Power of Thought 420. My YouTube channel is Power of Thought Hip Hop. I even have a TikTok for the youngsters, Power of Thought Music. And on Facebook, it's just Power of Thought. That's facebook.com/articulate artists. And yeah, that's, you can basically keep up to date with all of my shows and my new music releases. And yeah, that's about it. But Jules, I have one request. Julian,
What did
you
I
said
do?
you're not having any more tequila. Yeah, I pulled out my cannabis-infused tequila to have.
So do I
one
have to
with
get
you.
one now? Okay, hold on. I gotta go get a tequila. Hang on.
I'll give you one. Yeah, come.
Wait, I've got my glass. I'm gonna go get my tequila. Martin, just chat for a second.
I've got to chat for a second.
Awesome.
There's also someone
Awesome.
at the door here as well. Cannabis-infused tequila. That's
Cannabis-infused tequila.
Now, is that, have you infused, I want to ask, have you infused it yourself, or does it come that way?
Yes, I did infuse it myself.
I'm back.
Personal use.
I like that. That's more a bit DIY. I don't want to kind of go for the whole, what would you call it? CBD.
Okay. We've still got a show to get through here tonight, and we've still got
Full
loads
spectrum.
of artists. I know we've got we've got Martin from Wonderboom in the back. We've got Sam Gifford. We've got John Battersea. We've got a whole. We've got. Cheers, bro.
How do I? I'm
Shout
thinking, how
out
do
to
I catch up
Wonderboom.
with you guys? And that's the nearest thing I've got
What
to
is
me.
that?
I don't think it would be wise.
You
right?
can't drink cleaner. Cheers,
You don't wanna
guys.
drink
Cheers,
that
everybody.
alcohol. Cheers, guys. Much respect.
Thanks so much for joining us. Power of Thought on Discover TV.
Salutations.
Loving it, bruv. Thanks so much. Whoa. This is going to be a long night. And we still have so many more. And I'm going to kind of, the way I'm doing it is I'm kind of giving UK, SA, so it gives a nice kind of feel across it. So we're going to hop back over to the UK, back to SA, UK, SA. We've got so many great artists that are lining up in the back end. But let's bring in the next artist. And Martin, you can introduce him. Sam.
Hello, Sam Gifford.
Hey.
Nice to see you, my friend.
How's it going? Good to see you too, Martin.
Very
I'm
well,
good, thank you. How are you?
I'm splendid. Thank you very
Good.
much. It's good to see you. No, Sam is a great artist from where are you St Albans, is that right?
Hertfordshire, so around that area. I'm near Stevenage, but you would have never have heard the place I'm from.
Well,
so.
I have, but maybe in South Africa.
I've actually heard of Stevenage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stevenage. It's quite close to Stevenage. It's a tiny little village called Stotfold.
The Stevenage Massive, that's what we'll say. Anyway, so Sam is a great young artist that I first came across, about 18 months ago or so. I think, was that around the time you started releasing music? It was probably about 2.5 years ago. But this year is the start of effectively a new project for you as well, isn't it? It's just a little bit of a turnaround.
It is, yeah. I had a slight brand change just before I was releasing music as Sam Gifford and the Innocent. Slightly different title now, just Sam Gifford. It's not because of my ego, I promise. It's just something that represents what the project is a little bit better.
Yeah, and it's easier to remember for anyone, and also
Yeah, a lot easier.
Stops questions from people saying like, "So where are the innocent? Where are they?" You don't get that so much. So you've got 2 singles out so far this year. I think we're going to probably play something else in a minute, just because we've got some visuals for it. But the current single just came out last week. What's the new one? Is Leave With Nothing. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Leave With Nothing came out exactly a week today. It's the rockiest track of the EP. The EP comes out on the 6th of July. There'll be 3 more tracks coming out with it. Yeah, lots to look forward to.
Is something else from the EP as well?
Something Else is the debut single from the EP, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I
Cool.
thought we'd play that one because you did a cracking video for this as well. So we thought we'd let people see that one today as well.
Well, should we check it out?
But just before we do that, Jules, if you can hold it just a second.
Yeah,
just wanted to say,
I'm on hold.
When I spoke to Sam last week, he was saying, Leave With Nothing, you said, is your band's favourite. Is that right? The band's favourite song?
It is their favourite, and I think that's mostly because it's quite a upbeat track, so when we play it live, they can really get into it.
Yeah. But Sam said to me last week when I was speaking to him, he said he doesn't like it when the band says that. It's like choosing your favourite child. But Julian, you'll know. Are you allowed to do that?
What, choose your favourite child?
Yeah.
I only have one. And he is my favourite child.
Well, that's
and
all
a
right,
big
then.
shout out to Dylan, because my son's actually in
win.
Italy. So just a big shout out to Dylan in Italy, who will
You win
hopefully be
every
home
time.
soon.
You win every time. So this is so we're going to play something else then, just because it's visuals. It looks like you spent a bit of time on this. Tell us about the video.
Yeah, well, it was made by myself and my camera crew, which consists of my dad, simply because he has a camera. So it's very independent, 0 budget film. Lots of friends got involved, as you'll see in a minute. Yeah, hope you like it.
Oh, I loved it. The first time I heard it, I have to say, Sam, absolutely amazing track, and can't wait to hear more. Guys, this is Sam Gifford, Something Else on Discover TV. Let's take a listen.
I never really thought to you today. Time so unsteady, but it's winning this race. It's winning this race. I never thought about what happens next. I've been keeping these blank cards close to my chest. Close to my chest. What if moments are man-made? What if life begins with change? I never felt the night. I never took a moment. I never felt the love. A love that always wins. Tonight I could feel something else. I never lost your love. I think I lost myself. We could fade away. We could feel something else tonight. We could feel something else. I never really felt the need to go. I was never scared of these tales of growing old. Growing old. I wanna hold you in the light of the moon. I've been waiting on the moment, but fate is man-made too. Tonight I wanna feel something with you. What if moments are man-made? What if life begins with change? I never felt the night.
Sam Gifford, Something Else, all the way from, I can't even remember the town anymore.
Nobody gets Stevenage.
Stevenage. Aren't they a football team as well?
Yeah.
Don't Stevenage have a football team?
Of course they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do have a football team, but I'm a Watford fan, so...
Oh, I like Watford. I started supporting Watford back in the days of Graham Taylor, just so everybody knows. Back in the days of Luther Blissett, John Barnes.
John Barnes,
Yeah, John Barnes. What a player. Love the track. Love the track, Sam.
Great track.
Thank you.
Yeah, great video as well. I really enjoyed it.
I had an awful thought whilst we was watching that, kind of the beginning. It was good to see at the end that the band was playing with an audience, because I had this awful thought as we were watching the kind of halfway through. I thought, is this what post-lockdown gigs look like? You guys are on the stage and there's no one there.
At this point, I'm missing all, including the ones where there's no one.
Yeah, I think we all are. We all just want live music again. We all want to just get back into a venue and watch a band and feel the sweat drip off our faces and just, get absolutely into it, as they say, for want of a better way of putting it. Sam, we're also posting, obviously, the link to the video here, so everybody is able to go and check it out. Also, please remind people where they can find out more information about you on social media.
So you can find my music on @SamGifford Music for all social media, but also newly on Spotify because of the 2 new singles. So head to Spotify, click that follow button if you like what you hear. Yeah.
Check them out.
I do like what I hear, and I think everybody else likes what they hear as well. I'd love to do a festival with all these bands that we're having, Martin, in one centralized place, and a kick-ass Discover TV festival from across the world. Let's make it happen. I think we should. Do. I tell you what. Martin's got a venue in London. I got a venue in Joburg. Yeah. We get the bands from the UK. We get the bands from South Africa, and we just throw a full-on festival.
Well, we do it a bit like the Reading and Leeds thing in the UK, but we'll make it London and Joburg.
I like it. Sam, are you in?
I'm in, absolutely, yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you. Sam Gifford on Discover TV. Thanks so much for hanging with us, Sam. Great track. Absolutely loving it. Please, guys, go and check it out. The YouTube link is pasted in our discussion, and you can obviously go and get a lot more tracks from Sam. Brand new EP. When's the rest of the EP out? Is it out already?
6th of July. 3 more tracks to come.
6th of July. We'll have to get you back on to hear some more of those tracks, because I'm absolutely loving it. Thank you so much, Sam. Thanks for joining us.
Nice one, dude.
Thanks for having me. See you guys.
Cool, and we just keep rocking because and now we got John.
Hey,
John.
Hello, John. John Battersby, all the way from. Where are you, John?
In Slaapstad.
You're in Cape Town. Because the video and just getting to this track, because Martin, I think I played this track to you earlier when I first heard this song, and John, you posted it on Facebook, and I was like, wow. I literally got goosebumps, and the rest of the tracks coming up that we have on tonight all gave me goosebumps, but I really did. And tell us a little bit about Radiant.
I wasn't really intending to release a song so soon. So as you know, I was in the band Red Tape Riot, and I thought I would spend the year just working on my own sound as a solo artist. And it's quite a weird story. I was looking through my phone at old voice notes, and I found this voice note from about 3 years ago, and I thought it was blank. And I thought, it can't be a blank voice note. So I turned it up full, and right in the background, I could hear this song idea, which I'd forgotten we'd come up with. And I thought that's going to be my first solo track. And I started working with my producer, TJ, and there was a great synergy between us. And we just decided the song has to go out now. I was actually going to work on a whole album of music and release it, sort of my first solo album at the end of the year, but we just loved the song and connected so much, and I thought it was great for the time, and it's straight from the heart. So, and there was no plan for it to go anywhere or do anything. It was made for us and for listeners. That's pretty much it.
And I think I just wanted to quote the lyric from this, and I'm just trying to see if I can find those lyrics again. Okay, I have to, because I think the beauty of this track is you're humming along, your voice is in the wind tonight. I'm loving your sound, I'm loving you for life and more. You're walking along a stream with a place to flow. I'll follow your song, the rhythm in your feet as you walk. A forest road where trees cry out a sacred sound. Like nature's cry in open skies, your spirit soars, you're radiant. Wow. I have to say, when I read those lyrics, I was like, that is stunning. I've always known you're a good musician, but this is an absolutely stunningly beautiful track, and I think that's the only way I can put it.
The only way I can describe this one is that there's been no plan or no thought process whatsoever. It's easy for me to make up a story of what actually happened, but the song had an emotion. there's a reflection of my absolute deep love for being in nature. It's something I've always been passionate about, and I've just never written about it in any songs or any bands I've been in. So yeah,
because this is a total walk away from your previous sound.
Absolutely different. I mean, I've been loving the show tonight because I've been listening to all the indie bands, which is what I've been doing. And Graham Watkins, Sam's song Last, I love the music. It's great. And it's what I was doing, but it's not what's on the show tonight. It's completely different to my usual work. And as I say, it's just a straight from the heart track. It didn't really have an aim to achieve anything. I just wanted it to be completely real. But one thing I want to say about the song, which no one knows yet, is that every single sound in the song is created from nature. So even the kick drum is created from a slowed down water drop. The snare drum is actually, my friend was on a camping trip with his fiance, and he recorded himself chopping wood, and that's the snare drum. So absolutely everything in the track is authentic, and all the sounds we recorded ourselves in our own neighborhoods and our own streams and forests.
Wow. And I think the video reflects that.
Yeah, I think the feeling came across, and I've been getting such an overwhelming response. And the DJ and I, our producer, we said we don't care about how many people message us about the track. We just care about the quality of the messages, and it just seems like so many people have connected. I've had such amazing words sent to me. I've had messages of people saying they've cried tears of joy listening to the song, which is super overwhelming to hear, but it's actually amazing. I must say it's been pretty special. And I didn't expect this to happen so quick. I was thinking I might be on the scene maybe next year sometime, and I'm just so glad people are connecting with the track.
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless on the song, and I think I'd like to just dedicate the song to all those beautiful people out there in this world that where nature touches them and where they touch nature, because I think that's just such an important thing right now in our current world, that let's get back to nature, let's get back to what's important to us. And I think that's what Radiant made me feel as a human being, that it's real. Yeah. And it's so important to be real to yourself and those around you, and just have a good heart, an open heart, and a loving heart. And I think that's also what I've loved about the music tonight, is it's just been feel good, loving, a little bit of lightheartedness, great songs, great musicians.
Well, it's actually amazing you should say that. I wasn't going to divulge that much about the track, but as much as it's an ode to my love for nature, it actually is a song about the people that are freely radiant in our lives, the people that, those sort of free-spirited people, and everyone's got one or two people in their life that they find to be extremely radiant, and they bring out the best in them. That's what the song is also about. But I believe that everyone's got that in them, and I think a little bit of detachment from the crazy world, sometimes we can reconnect with those parts of ourselves, and that's kind of what the song's about. And without over-explaining.
Well, this is Radiant by John Battersby, for all the radiant people in our lives and all those radiant people out there in the universe. We love you.
Super hippie.
I'm being all hippie now. Just take a listen.
Voices in the wind tonight. I'm loving your sound. I'm loving you for life and more. You're walking along a stream with a place to flow. I'll follow your song, the rhythm in your feet. As you walk a forest road where trees call out a sacred sound, like nature's cry in open skies. Your spirit soars, you're radiant. You singing along, there's color in your words tonight. I'm loving your mind, blue and red and truth and
Wow, John Battersby, Radiant. We don't play the full track because we try and let everybody go and actually watch the track afterwards. Oh, okay, we got a bit of a reverb there. And we've still got loads of artists to come, so it's like kind of we're just trying to keep ahead of ourselves right now. I know everybody's waiting for us. I'm just quickly typing this. I hope I get the right name.
So thank you to everyone who's waiting.
Thank you to everybody who's in the background, because we've got Hole, we've got Martin, we've got Annie waiting in the background. John, stunning track. Thank you so much. How can people find out more information? Let's just remind them.
At the moment, you can go on Facebook, John Battersby Music, or you can find just John Battersby on YouTube. I'll have an Instagram account up soon. If you want to listen to this track or stream it, it's on every single platform that's major. iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, it's on all those platforms.
And we've posted the link here in the discussion as well for everybody to go and check it out.
Okay, cool. Thanks so much, guys. It's really been great.
Thank you, John. Beautiful track, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. Absolute pleasure to have you.
Come back again.
Come back again. We want to hear more. We definitely want to hear more. Cool. Can't wait to hear it. Martin, right. Martin, the next one's UK, because we're doing that whole UK essay. So we got one more South African artist to go, and I've kept the best for last.
Okay,
and
cool.
the man knows he's in the back. Who do you want next?
I think we should.
Should
we go for Annie? Because I know she said she's ready, and if Holly's okay to wait, hopefully.
Holly, are you okay to wait? Holly's giving us a big... Martin, are you okay there in the background? Martin, are you cool? Martin's just chilling. Martin's the coolest guy on the planet. Wait till you meet him. It's another Martin, but this Martin is cooler than all of us put together. So just watch Martin all day. Let's get Annie on screen. Cool. Hello, Annie. Welcome.
Hello, Annie.
Hi. I'm just moving my blanket. How are you?
We're splendidly well, thank you very much. And
good.
And now I'm wishing I'd dressed up a bit more.
Well, I went through 3 outfit changes since I logged in. I first was just wearing like a shirt, and then was like underneath my blanket, and then I put a sweatshirt on because it was less revealing, and then I thought that was still creepy, so then I put on a dress.
Well, you look incredibly glamorous.
I was having a very intense phone conversation until 1:45, so I was like, I have to go. Anyway.
Thank you for joining us, Annie.
You look incredibly glamorous. We've got a nice mix of things, because it's freezing cold in South Africa where Jules is.
As you can see, I've got like loads of... I'm being all social distancing of myself.
And it's beautiful
no
weather.
sneak, by the way, Jules.
It's freezing here. It's like 2 degrees tonight.
That's cold.
That's cold.
It is cold.
That's cold. Now, cold. Annie, you're in Cambridge, aren't you, in the UK?
I am.
But not from there originally. I know we had this conversation before, but you could probably, people in the UK certainly will be kind of going, that's not a Cambridge accent.
No, I'm from Scotland. No, I'm kidding. I'm from New York. I'm from New York City. But I've been living here for nearly 9 years. So
yeah, but I was going to the music that's coming out. No, particularly the first single that I think came out from the new album was very reflective of where you grew up. Is that right?
So yeah, so the first single is called Nyack, and it's about 45 minutes or so from New York City. So it's a place where I used to go with my family. So yeah, it's definitely more about there than here. Yeah, but it was kind of a gift from, I don't know. I tried to make it sort of. Yeah, for my brother, just because it was like a memory.
Yeah, very.
I got it right there. I thought you were going to say the song was 45 minutes long.
But that was the first track from the album, which it's still scheduled. Is it still due to come out, or have you?
So the album's coming out. Yeah, no, it is. So it was meant to come out on the 15th of May, but due to I don't need to explain.
Yeah.
Well, okay, unless you're living because of coronavirus, it's been delayed. But it's coming out on the 4th of September now.
Okay, great.
Cool.
And actually. Sorry.
Carry on.
I was just going to say I have a Kickstarter for a vinyl. I think it's already fulfilled, so there's zero pressure, but there's 4 days left on that. So if you want a vinyl of the album, I guess it might be cheaper now.
Fantastic. I think
if you can share the link in the private chat with us.
Yeah,
and we'll share it with everybody.
We'll pass it on.
And we'll pass it on to everybody if they'd like to get a copy.
That's a great thing. That kind of hit your target was it just last week? I think that it kind of went. That's it. We've hit the Kickstarter target, which must be a great feeling to know that you've been supported that way by your audience.
There we go. Yeah, no, thank you to anybody who's done that, and it is really nice. And I've never had vinyl of my own, so that's cool.
It's a nice thing. The new single is out last Friday.
Yes.
Called Pretend.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that single.
Okay, so usually I write songs about what I'm feeling at the time, but I was feeling pretty happy. So I was like, I have to think about a more trying time. So no, so I wrote about like an ex-boyfriend, like a lot of my songs are about, but this one I tried to write more poetically than just like all my songs are like, I miss you. They're not like that, but like I tried to make, I actually wrote the lyrics really, I wanted to co-write a song with a friend. So I wrote the lyrics and then like never heard back from my friend. So then I also wrote the music and then that's the song. Yeah.
Brilliant. And we're going to show some video, which is put together. It's a lockdown special, as many people have done, isn't it? This is
of course.
a rather nice way of putting something together for the.
I like that screenshot. Well. I'm looking pretty.
It's good, isn't it? It's not bad.
Great with that. It looked like I'm eating something.
But was this
it's
just
a Zoom party, isn't it?
Was this a contact everyone to get involved, or was this invite everyone to get involved?
So I just asked my friends, I messaged like a bunch of my friends and asked if they would, and my dad is in it too, and just said, do you want to do this? And so we did it all together live and everyone could see each other. And yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Fantastic.
So whoever wanted to come that was invited came.
Amazing.
Cool. Well, we're going to play 2 minutes of the track because that's kind of what we do is we just play 2 minutes of the song and then we share the link to the song for everybody to be able to hear it afterwards. So
like whatever takes that screenshot of.
Pretend, the Lockdown Zoom edition by Annie Dresner.
Yeah.
There's a beach by the city where I like to pretend I could stare for hours, waves crashing, and my mind plays tricks, and I stand still, keeping me there for hours, and we walked on the path by the ocean, and we were in together by then, and when we walked on the path we could stare at the waves, we could stare at the waves and pretend. Sea changes every morning. Whoa, love. Sea changes every morning. Whoa, love. Red lace shoes walking toward me. Coffee at the corner bar. Sitting and drinking, asking me to open up. Why are you here if you're in love with him? You got me thinking, you got me thinking. Why are you here if you're in love with him? You got me thinking, you got me thinking. Sea changes every morning.
Annie Dresner, Pretend on Discover TV, New Music Mondays. Love it. Such a great, happy, good feeling song.
Good, isn't it? I
like it.
There's something about these. I know we've kind of they've been done, I suppose, under duress because it's like, well, what else are we going to do? But there's something very affecting and lovely and connected about these videos.
I think connected's the right word.
Yeah.
Definitely.
lovely.
I love that connectedness of it. And
Thank
look at
you.
it. It's just
Seeing
it's
all
just
these people.
great.
Look at all these people
It
participating.
makes me
in your
happy because I
music,
like all these people.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And look at them all being happy participating in your music as well, which is just what a gift. What a gift.
yeah, I was like, you don't get a
Love it.
snack unless you. No, I'm just kidding. That's what I say to my kids. Just kidding. The kid in the corner said, "You want a snack? You need to wave your arms." Just kidding.
So the Kickstarter is still open. So we'll post the link.
We have
to that.
posted already. We've posted a link to the Kickstarter as well as to the
Thank you
video.
very much.
Fantastic. The album is coming out in September.
Yes,
And
there will
the
be a couple more singles to follow this one.
Brilliant. And the current single, Pretend, which you just heard, is out now.
I love it.
Go and
Can't
stream
wait.
Go and stream the hell out of it, people.
Everybody go and watch the video. Watch the video, stream the track, and get involved.
Thank you very much. And anyone else watching this, just remember, just have a look at Annie and know that you've got to make an effort before you come on screen, right?
Exactly.
I was a very tight effort. I literally was like, it was tight. I could have gotten away with it if I didn't tell you. I did get away with it.
You look great, Annie. Thank you so much for joining us on Discover TV. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
From Johannesburg, South Africa. We're loving the music.
Very nice to meet you. Nice to see you,
Thank you very
Martin.
much.
Take care. Good to see you.
Thank
again.
you. Stay cool. Stay hot. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we are hot. What
Oh,
can
right,
we
yeah,
say?
God, yeah,
And it's,
yeah,
and it's
100%.
getting even hotter.
I know. That's I like that. That's the
No.
best goodbye I think I've ever had.
Yeah, stay hot.
Stay
I
hot.
like that.
Yeah, okay.
And this room's about to get hotter because we now have the hottest man in rock and roll. Can we see him? Ah, look at him, Martin.
Look at that. I mean, that's an unusual
Dog
angle.
bum.
Dog bum.
It is a strange
Dog
angle.
bum.
If only it was just the bum we could see. There's a bit more in the picture than that.
Come on, where's the rest of the young man? Oh, there we go. Hello, mate.
Come, get your face in. Get your face in.
Get your face in. There we go.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Martin from Vonderboom. How are you, young
Hello.
man? Hello.
All right. I am. I'm just sitting with one of my babies who thinks it's minus 12 outside.
It does feel like it, though.
He's a bit of a naff. He doesn't know hardship, as you can see. This is his vibe, you know. How's
He's
it
allowed
going?
to be. Good and you, man. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you
So
very
to
much.
give you an idea, other Martin UK, Martin is part of a band called Vonderboom, as well as
Yep.
being an incredible guitarist in his own right in every possible way. Probably, in my opinion, one of the finest guitarists on the planet, never mind in the country. And just
Oh, make me blush.
Well,
No, but all- and
Dino,
just-
is it Dino Lagiris has just posted on Facebook? He said, "What a legend!"
what a legend. And he is. I mean, Martin's worked on everything from the South African Music Awards as a musical director to Martin Rocker and the sex shop and everything in between, to Vonderboom, to you name it. This man has been, I wouldn't say around the block, but he's literally been around the world and back. And a phenomenal talent. And thank you for joining us. I know Sito couldn't be with us tonight. Just quickly,
Yes.
you guys has had an amazing live stream last week. The first really to be coming out of lockdown in terms of giving us a full produced live stream show, which I watched, which was amazing. Tell us about what's happening with Vonderboom right now and the brand new single, which I'm really excited about. And when I heard the song, I had to get hold of Sito and say, please, I want this. I want to interview you guys.
Thank you. First of all, we had a great first live stream gig. It was something new for us as well, something we're not used to doing, something the crew's not used to doing, something the whole world's not 100% used to doing right now. We had a great time. I think for all of us in the band as well, first and foremost, the four of us, it was just important to be in a room together playing again, you know,
Yeah.
which is a real thing. That's where it all comes from, is the four of us in a room together, you know. So just getting back down to that was beautiful, and yeah, knowing that we could just tap into people's lounges was absolutely gorgeous on a Friday night, you know.
And you guys were
so it was
tight,
very
man.
positive for us. We
so
also
tight.
released we also released the brand new single on Friday, along with the live stream, called Rabbit Hole. We signed to Just Music at the end of last year when we released Voodoo Doll, also produced by Matthew Fink. So Rabbit Hole is the new one, and we're very excited about it. Nice dark song, lots of emotion in it. It's a great song for the times, you know, great snapshot of where we are at the moment.
Definitely, and I think the production that Matthew's put on the track as well just gives it just takes it to another level as well, which is that darkness that you're talking about. Because I mean, Martin, you know me, I'm very into that dark kind
He's
of.
into the darkness.
I'm into the darkness, not the band, The Darkness, but the darkness, as we all know. And it just kind of really touched me when I first heard the track. I was like, this is cool. This is right up my alley. And I mean, I said to Martin, I have to have Wonderboom on. These guys are just like the coolest, and they're good mates as well, and just an incredible bunch of guys. And that's why I'm really excited to have you on for the track. Is there a video coming out for the track soon? Because I feel it needs one. I know we got the spinning vinyl, but Martin, is there a video?
There is kind of like a basic lyric type audio video. It's not strictly a lyric video because there's no lyrics on it, but it's an audio video, a little video we did just on YouTube to accompany the track, but not a full-on video as such. Obviously, this has been a lockdown release, so getting a video together as such is quite difficult unless we do it in this kind of style, you know. But as you know, that's not really our style for videos.
No.
So we'll see what we do after lockdown in terms of making some cool videos. But for now, we're on a nice creative tangent again after the Rising Sun. We've got some nice new material. Sita, myself, and Matthew have been bouncing tracks between each other. Kind of doing the virtual studio thing, so we're getting some nice ideas down. Just happy to move on and make music, you know.
I just want to hear more. I just love it. I love this band, Wonderboom. Let's take a listen to the track because I absolutely love this track. We're playing it off YouTube. This is Rabbit Hole from Wonderboom. Thank you so much, Martin, for joining us. I'm going to let you go because I know you've been hanging around for a long, long time in the background. Wonderboom, just search Wonderboom on all great social media platforms out there. Thank you so much, Martin, for hanging with us for this track and for just joining us for Discover TV New Music. What do you think of our new show, Martin? Because you're a music band, so I'd love to know what your thoughts are. He's saying that, no comment.
I really like the concept. I like the idea. I think this is great.
Cool.
As you know, I've always been a fan of the project that you've done, and then I mean, we've crashed into each other one too many times backstage, perhaps. I've always been a fan of what you've done and how you've promoted stuff. You know.
Well, thank you so much, Martin. Thanks for joining us on Discover TV New Music Mondays. Martin, all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. This is New Music Mondays, bringing you the best in music from across the world. This is Rabbit Hole by Wonderboom.
Cheers. Hello,
Cheers,
Martin.
It's a mystery.
Rabbit Hole from Von der Boom. Thank you so much for Martin Rocker for joining us. Thanks, Martin, for hanging with us and letting us play a little bit of the track. Absolutely loving that song. Love it, love it, love it. What a
Very
great
cool.
track. Thanks, Martin. You're a legend. Both Martins.
Thanks.
Cheers, thank you. The audio is not great for me to hear right now, but thank you.
It's sounding perfect on our side. We're loving it. Great track.
man.
Thank you so much, Martin, for hanging with us. And thanks for being so patient in the back and just hanging out there with us while we get through the show. Another Discover TV New Music Mondays. They seem to be getting longer and longer, Martin.
I don't know why would that be?
Thanks, Martin. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
Might be
Yeah,
tequila tonight.
No, but you know what it is. I mean, like the very first show, we like drop tracks, and I kind of just feel like I don't want to, because people can go back and watch it. You know, people might not always be staying on the live stream to watch the songs, but they can always go back and check out the videos afterwards. And we always post the links to the videos, and you know, I really enjoy doing it this way, and I'm having such fun.
Catch it live, but we're here forever. That's
100%.
That's the modern
And
way,
we've got one more. We've got 2 songs to go. We've got one more interview to go. We've had literally interviews for every single song tonight.
I think so.
Which is a first. Yes, it is. I like it.
No wonder we're still here.
No wonder we're still here. And we still have one more. Should we bring her in and you can introduce her?
She's been waiting forever, I think.
She's been so patient.
Very, very generous of you to wait for so long.
Thanks.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
just about. Can you turn yourself up a bit, maybe?
Yeah, now?
Cool.
Yeah, I can hear you good. Yeah, I can hear you.
So, Holly, hello.
Am I last?
Hello, Holly.
Not quite. But
Almost last.
we're very, very well. We want to finish strongly, so we've left. So you're here at the end.
You're the last interview.
This is Holly Findlay, who artist name is Hol, Hol.
Yeah.
And this is literally the first time we've seen each other, isn't it?
Yeah, actually it is.
Yeah, I've been following this young lady's career for about 18 months or so, I think. And we spoke for the first time last week, and we're now seeing each other for the first time this week.
Wasn't it yesterday?
No, it was Thursday last week. Might seem like it was yesterday, but it was...
Okay, times I've lost, I don't know how time.
It's all right, we're all the same. It's lockdown syndrome, don't worry about it. But you're here because you've just released. Well, it's actually it's been interesting to talk about. I first came. I think Carencia was probably the track last year that really hit home with me, which was a single you released last year, and that got a lot of that picked up a lot of interest, didn't it? Because it was so tell us about how did your songwriting come about, and we'll go from there, and then we'll ask you about the music.
Okay, so I always liked. Well, what I thought that I couldn't do was write songs when I was younger, but I always liked to sing. So, but I know that what gives an artist their own unique style and their own unique thing is songwriting and making your own songs. So when I decided to finally give it a try, that's when I feel like I really came into myself a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. I always like the fact that that this sort of track that you came out with a title that nobody knew what it meant.
Yeah.
This is great. So do you have to tell us what does Carencia mean? Because I loved the fact that I had to kind of look at what does that mean. It's great.
Okay, so I saw this like explanation of the word on the internet, and it means like a place where you feel your most authentic self.
Yeah.
So, and that really hit me because a lot of things, like when I sing or when I'm like writing music or when I'm playing my guitar, like I feel like I'm my most authentic self.
Yeah.
So I really liked that it was like gathered into one word.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel if you could sort of encapsulate what songwriters are trying to do and what they're trying to express through their work, that's probably about as neat a description as you're ever going to get. So it's fantastic. So this year has seen the start of new releases from you. You've kind of to do things slightly different from what might be the normal. You're releasing your songs this year in the form of chapters.
Yeah.
Chapters of a book.
Yeah, like a book. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So, thank you. So I just thought that I really love to write books and I really love to read books. And I feel like music is just another type of book. Really, it even if it has no words in it, it can give an emotion, and it tells a story in itself. Yeah. So I thought that grouping songs into two singles, and calling it a chapter, so like a chapter a book, and I'd group it by emotion. At the end of the year, once you've released each chapter, you'd have a book, which would be the album.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it very, very much.
Isn't it good? So let's go. So we're on chapter 2 right now. It's just out. Was it last week? Chapter 2 has just been released.
Yeah, last Wednesday.
The title is Oblivion.
Yeah, the lonely chapter Oblivion.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So tell us just a little bit about the songs that are on chapter 2.
So we have 2 songs on chapter 2, and there is No Doubt and Don't Need Your Love. And both songs, well, Don't Need Your Love is a lot more of the kind of song that I would usually kind of make and release. And it was a lot easier, I think, for me to actually make, because I make these on Logic on my computer. It was a lot easier for me to actually get into it, and when I finally had the thing, the lyrics just came a lot easier. But with No Doubt, like, it really took a lot more work to get to, because it's not the kind of song that I would usually make. And what I mean by that is that it's a lot more like upbeat, a lot more instruments, a lot more. It has a little bit of a rock kind of sound, and that's not what I would usually go for.
Yeah, I think.
But I enjoy it because I feel like it's a lot. Sorry for cutting you off.
I was going to say, I think it's what people would say. It's more produced. It sounds a bit more produced because you've got a lot more instrumentation and a lot more kind of rhythm and stuff on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to hear you sort of stretching your songwriting and arrangement and production muscles as well. It's cool.
Thank you.
Very good. So there are 5 chapters intended. This is chapter 2. So, but you don't. Do we know what the? Do you know what the titles of the next 3 chapters are already? Is it
actually? I have an idea. But I don't know fully, because I don't know what the songs are going to be about yet.
Yeah.
So I want to name the chapters to correspond with the songs. So, and I have like a outline, but it's not definite yet.
Okay. Brilliant. Well, very good luck with it. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for hanging on for so long as well. Oh, look, she's got a drink as well, Jules.
Ah, you see.
But it's apple juice.
Ah.
I've still got my bottle of tequila here, man.
Yeah, Jules has got tequila. I've got
mine. Yeah, see, I can't legally drink, so.
No.
Not even in
Don't.
Greece, Jules.
No,
you know, we're talking
legally.
We know
Legally can't drink.
You know, we said we're global and international, Jules. You know we're global and international, Jules.
Yeah.
Holly spends half of her time in the UK and the other half in Kefalonia in Greece.
Nothing wrong.
It's the perfect life, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds good to me. While we're here in chilly South Africa right now, although our winters, let's be honest, our winters are nothing like yours. Yes, it gets cold, but we have beautiful sunshine 24/7.
I mean, the weather's really good today, and
Amazing.
Yeah, I
it
believe
has
so.
been really good.
Normally, you only have 7 days of summer in the UK, don't you?
Yeah, and they don't even all come at once.
No. 1 day in June, 1 day in July, 3 in August, and 2 in September.
That's it. Cool. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll be putting up all the links to where everyone can find us, and we're going to play a bit of No Doubt, aren't we?
Let's do it.
Jules.
Why you so sad? Why you so sad? Why you so sad? I don't know why. disappear again. Till I get things right, till I get things right, till I get things right inside my head. Don't bring on doubt on me. All the doubt I fight so desperately. On doubt.
Oh, no doubt. You should have been born in the 80s, or you should have been living in the 80s, because that is just...
It's another 80s style track, isn't it?
Oh, it's right up my alley.
I like
love
a
it.
lot of 80s songs. Yeah.
We can hear that. I think we can hear the influence, and it's right up my alley. I mean, it's just like the typical indie alternative, Susie and the Banshees, a little bit electronic version of that.
But like the, do you remember the Primitives, Jules?
Yes, and there's a couple of others that I'm trying to remember as well. No, I love it, and you know, I don't know if you know an artist out of the UK by the name of LaRue.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't.
Should actually go and listen to that, because there's
Yeah, I will.
there's a very similar kind of feel to LaRue and to you, which is what I really, really like about it, because I'm a big fan of LaRue. And but I think you've got your own individual sound as well, and I absolutely love it. I really can't wait to hear more. I think it's a phenomenal track. And if you haven't heard it, guys, we have put a link to Whole, no doubt, here on Discover TV. I'm loving the track. Thank you so much for joining us. How can people find out more information about you on social media?
So you can find me at holly.findlay on Instagram, HOL, just Hole, on Spotify, and Hole_TWT on Twitter.
I love it. Martin, final words from you?
I said that. I mean, should we tell people how old you are, Holly? Is that fair?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I mean, I've already said that it's illegal for me to drink, so I'm 17.
No. So I think, you know, 17-year-old starting out artist. Again, one to watch. Great. I mean, if you're starting off at this level, it's brilliant stuff.
And you wrote that?
Yeah.
No. You know what?
I mean, I didn't. How could I not have written it?
After all that she said about being a songwriter, Jules.
I know, but it still amazes me is that
finding your authentic voice.
Somebody of your age having that sound and finding that music and that song is just, it's phenomenal, and it gives me such faith and hope in the next generation of music, because you know we hear so much of this hip hop and the Justin Biebers of the world, and then to find a fresh sound like yours breaking through that, and yeah, I know it's very 80s influenced, but you know there's nothing wrong with tapping back into music that has been so influential in all our lives, and it just makes me feel so happy, I suppose, for want of a better word. And I can't think of a better way to finish the show tonight, because I'm a massive 80s, and Martin knows that. I am a huge 80s child. And that was like literally right up my alley. And what a great song. And guys, please go and click on that link that's there on the side underneath this video. Click it. Whole. No doubt. I love it. I can't wait to hear the rest of this book that you're going to be delivering to us. And I love the way you've put that, because as a book, it's going to tell a story, and it's going to be a beautiful story, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sorry, Martin. I'm jumping into this interview here because I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away.
I know how much tequila you've had, so it's okay.
I've only had 3. But it's just, I'm absolutely amazed by the sound, because it's a great track. And I'd expect that from, you know, an artist that's been in the industry 10, 20 years, and you're delivering that now at 17 years old. And that for me is just phenomenal.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Well done. Keep it going. That's what we're saying.
Thank you, Holt. Thank you for joining us. Thanks so much. Thank you very much. We're going to wrap up our show. Thank you so much for hanging with us. And thank you for being so patient in the back end of the studio with us here on Discover TV. Martin, I'm blown away. You know, the quality of music we've had tonight again has been incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I know we could fill up another show with the stuff we didn't play so far, which we'll kind of, you know, hold off for another week. I mean, it's we know this is a new music focused show, but you know, that's going to be within the last, I don't know, couple of weeks rather than the last couple of days is how that's going to be in reality. And there's great new music around. That's the point.
Absolutely. And I think, all the artists, all the interviews we've had tonight, there's been such a variety of music, which is what I've loved. I mean, from Simple Stories to Graham Watkins, John Battersby, Von der Boom, Sam Gifford, Hole, Annie Dresner, Max Palmer. Have I missed anybody? I think that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. But it's just been a phenomenal show of great music. And thank you to everybody and those that have stuck around with us throughout the show, because we've had people come on and off from all over the world. I mean, from LA to London to Ipswich to Cape Town to Johannesburg, Bloemfontein, everywhere. And it's just been a phenomenal night of music. And I suppose this is why I love the show. Yeah. I really do. This is my favorite show, probably because we're on it, but it's because I love new music. And I think that's possibly why I'm so excited about this, because I absolutely love new music.
Absolutely. It's a good thing. Keep it coming. All you musicians and artists out there, keep it coming, because you can
please,
see
guys, submit your music. We want more.
If it makes us this happy, it must be making other people happy as well, right?
And remember, you can watch the show post the event. You can log on to Cream Room Recordings, Discover TV, Pocket TV, all our platforms. We're even on Twitch, YouTube, everywhere. Check it out. Come and watch the videos. And a big shout out to everybody. For me, it's just a big shout out to my son in Italy. Love you, my boy. He's going to be coming home soon. You watched his video last week, Martin.
Yes.
I'm very excited. He's finishing school this week. It's literally his last week of school. Then he writes his exams. Yeah. And then hopefully late July, he should be home, back in South Africa. Fantastic. Can't wait to see him. It's been too long. Yeah, it's been far too long. But we're going to play out with a South African influenced video tonight. Okay. And this is thanks to Quibus from our Hanoi, from Discover TV Hanoi. And I'll just quickly read you a little piece about this. Quibus, I had to play out with the song, and it was always my intention. Mono Heart is a 5-piece experimental rock band with members from South Africa, Herman and Medell, America, Dustin Lloyd, France, Etienne, and Van from Vietnam. They're a relative force in the local Hanoi music scene and one of the hardest working bands. They're currently in process of recording an EP, and when restrictions are lifted in Hanoi, which I believe they have been now, they'll start playing live again. But this band, I really, really like this band. And there were plans for them to tour South Africa later this year. Hopefully they still will be coming to South Africa. But I love these guys. Mono Heart, all the way from Vietnam. Martin, thank you so much for hanging with me. I absolutely love hosting the show with you.
It's good fun,
I have such fun. Yeah. So let's play out with Mono Heart. The song is called Coils MV. I'm not quite sure what the MV stands for, but let's check it out. Guys, this has been Discover TV. New Music Mondays. I'm Julian.
I'm Martin. See you next time.
We'll see you next time. We're out of here. Cheers. Come on, video play.